As we journey through life, we often have to struggle picking up pieces of stones, fight gravity as we climb hills, slide down several slopes, and at times, which seems to be the hardest, is to cross bridges. But what if the bridges we have constructed won't allow and hold steadily the crossers? The development of these young minds will be put on hold. Fortunately, CIP came into existence, like an architect ready to provide a foundational design for building strong bridges. Bridge that will connect the gap between educators and learners. Not just an ordinary bridge, but a bridge that can connect and strongly hold the crossers, our learners, and transfer them to the next educational station. Bringing home the said design was a challenge, with fear in our hearts that this design cannot be realized, for rejection will empower it. Surprisingly, it didn't work that way. Though rejections came into the scene, but in a wink, it faded suddenly. For in the teacher's heart is a teacher. The first CIP seminar served as an architectural design, providing us the necessary structural design on how we can construct the bridge, our innovations, to really successfully cross the act of learning and thus produce knowledge, accompanied with wisdom. To realize the design, we need people. We need construction workers, and who else would it be but the great teachers? Teachers will usually do the hardest job. Smooth and continuous construction of the bridges depends on how the design will be used, so we need to orient them. Coming home to gather the necessary materials needed was really a tedious task to be done. It is because we certainly need to identify, select, and group the materials. Identifying the bridge is needed and where the construction must begin. We now need heads who will coach us on what kind of materials do we need. And this was done at Victoria Elementary School. Finally, we can now start the project. But before we do that, we still need assistance from our engineers, our coaches. The process seems to be endless because we have to meet and meet. Meet and observe, and of course, what else but to observe. Of course, foremen had to meet and know their area of work. Monitoring how the construction is going, observations were made. Several revisions on the designs were made to really build the strongest foundation for our bridge. So from time to time, we have to meet our coaches, and if luck is really on our side, some architects from the other construction take a peek on our side and provide us with ideas.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, so let us see it. 1, 2, ready, go. Boys, let us read boys before we read the story. Okay, so what do you see in the picture? Pen. So send letter. What do you think? Who is this? A boy. Okay. Do you know how to send a letter?
Yes.
Yes. So what is the meaning of letter? Of send? And when we say send, nagpapadala ng sulat. Very good. So, we need to send a letter to. Kanino kayo nagpapadala ng letter? Pwede? So friends, very good. Again, everybody read the word. Yes. Okay. So I have here a picture. So who is this? Okay, so this is Dr. Rizal. Okay, what can you say about Dr. Rizal? Who is Dr. Rizal? He is your hero. Okay, palakpakan niya sila. So our story is about our national hero. So this is our story. What is the title of our story? Everybody again? Okay. So I will read first the story. So listen carefully. So listen very well. Then I will call one of you to read again the story. Are you ready to listen?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Jose Rizal. When Jose Rizal was studying in Paris, they said, will you please read again the story?
The identification of the root cause of poor reading performance of grade 2 students prompted the team to provide the teachers with a modified lesson plan indicating the specific time for each step of the reading process. Provision of list of stories including the date and important vocabulary words to be used. To identify the reading progress, a detailed monitoring and evaluation form were also made. Seeing the bridge we have been constructing progresses, and some crossers enjoy the bridge we have constructed. Eagerness swiftly crossed our hearts to monitor the other would-be crossers.